Uh-oh. Looks like Lil Yachty's in trouble. Apparently, he doesn't care about black people. When he criticized BLM and called them scam.
You spent $100,000 on a trip to Disney once. How much have you spent on charitable causes this year? Let's start cooking these pancakes.
Well, this year technically just started, so this year, like, it's hard to.
What about last year?
Well, last year, it's like it's hard to gauge.
Oh, right. So what about the year before last year?
Oh, well, that year, that's a good year. Yeah, it's just blurry. I be doing so much.
BLM? Since you want to be so black powered?
BLM is a scam.
Clip that!
Oh, she said, "Clip that, clip, clip that." Why you want to clip that? You don't want the people talking, thinking for themselves. You afraid you're gonna get canceled?
BLM it was literally a scam. They had bought mansions.
True. The whole thing was fraud. It was. I mean, you can look that up. I hope people would look this up. And who started it? They prey on this victimhood, police brutality and all that. They take advantage of that, tragic events, and they get people's emotion to give to them. Big businesses give them money, and then they buy, luxury things. You got to follow the money. Follow the money. Who started it and all of the things. Yeah.
And you probably wouldn't know anything about it because you don't care about black people. So you don't
Oh,
follow.
I do care about black people. Look at my chocolate.
really? Look at my chocolate. You care about black? Oh man, she's look at my chocolate. It's like she's all right.
It's a disguise.
You're mad. I think I'm literally the most pro-black person in this room.
Because you have an all-white staff.
They're not
Oh,
white. They're POC. Thank you.
white and gay somehow synonymous. What? What?
What? Don't laugh.
I do have a gay, so I also am.
I
Gay?
do have a
If you
gay.
like truthful news and wonderful facts,
I do have a
subscribe to
gay.
Blux News. We're independent and place.
Yeah. Whatever. But anyway, so see, he's taking the heat on that one. I mean, everyone's talking about it. So, you never know. You never know. He might be, walking that back pretty soon. But there's a couple of them. People just talking about it right now. So, this one is from Crowder.
Clip that.
Here on the outset. Does this mean that Lil Yachty is now a conservative? No. Okay, I'm not jumping on that bandwagon. But I do
Yeah.
want you to see the difference in this latest clip where he is very clear as to what he thinks regarding Black Lives Matter, namely that it's a scam.
Yeah.
And we'll go back to in 2020 when he was supportive of Black Lives Matter. But you will be able to see he doesn't seem quite sure of it. There seems to be quite a bit more conviction. So this is now going viral on, I guess, Quentin Blackwell's show. I don't know who this person is. Quenlin. These are all silly names. They're silly names for silly people.
Yeah.
But let's pretend as though we take seriously for a moment Lil Yachty's commentary on Black Lives Matter.
You spent $100,000 on a trip to Disney once. How much have you spent on charitable causes this year? Let's start cooking
Yeah,
these
she
pancakes.
put him. Okay, she put him on a spot. One of those things like you spend so much money on your leisures and whatever nonsense. I mean, that's his money, but she put him in the spot and saying, "How much have you spent in the charitable community?" I mean, that meaning like for black people. I guess that's what the whole thing was. So
Well,
he's
this year
laughing.
technically just started, so So this year, I mean, like, it's hard to.
What about last year?
Well, last year, you know, it's hard to gauge.
Right. So what about the year before last year?
Oh, well, that year, that's a good year. Yeah, I mean, it's just blurry. I be doing so much.
BLM? Since you want to be so black power?
BLM is a scam.
Clip that. Send it to the fucking news.
BLM was literally a scam. They had bought mansions, and you probably wouldn't know anything about it because you don't care about black people.
No.
I do care about black people. Look at my chocolate.
Look at my child.
It's a disguise.
Guys, watch
I
this.
think I'm literally the most pro-black person in this room.
Because you have an all-white staff?
They're POC. How dare you? Thank you. Boy, don't laugh.
So,
I too have a gay. I mean, I don't like them.
That did not go how Quenlin thought it was.
No, it did not go how she thought it was going to go. And I appreciate it. Now, again,
Quenlin.
in 2020, he was actively participating in the George Floyd protests. I think back then he would have been 22 years old.
Something like that.
Something like that. But watch it and see if you can spot the difference. There, he seems quite certain that BLM is a scam. Well, that's what happens. Back then, he seemed like he was trying to take part, but didn't really know why.
Do shit like this to get our voices heard, but I feel like, say we gotta stand for something or fall for anything, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just, it doesn't make any sense to me, as I sat home, and I'm trying to make it add up as to why we have to go through breaking windows, demolishing this is all.
He's against the violence.
This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, we may not own it, but we live here. We raise our
Exactly.
families here. We building up our lives here. So it's unfortunate we gotta do this just to show our frustration.
It seems like in that clip, he showed up thinking Black Lives Matter was protesting the burning down of the cities.
Right.
And like, wait, y'all did this?
He's like, we're burning down our stuff. So
When he was a liberal, he was clearly confused, didn't understand it by his own admission. Now, conviction, has seen the facts, goes, yeah, it's a scam. You understand that, right? It is undoubtedly a scam. That shows you that people, their minds can be changed, at least, or they can start moving toward the right direction. So is he concerned? No. Am I going to get on the bandwagon like people do every time someone says they had a conversion, they're a Christian? No, absolutely not.
It might.
But there are people whose minds can be changed. I hope he ends up being one of them. That's progress. His name is stupid.
His name is Big Stupid.
By the way, Lil Yachty, that's just a Boston whaler.
It really is. I love how he connected the dots, though. It wasn't just that BLM was a scam.
Yeah.
It's that because she was so pro BLM and was going to try to use that against him, he's like, yeah, because you don't care about black people. You don't actually care about black people. That's the connection that I like that he made.
Yeah.
It's not just that BLM was a scam. He's like, none of y'all actually care about black people. You're just using us.
Yeah, and she turned it, what did she do? She turned it right away skin deep.
Look
I got chocolate. I don't care.
my chocolate.
I'm the most pro-black person here, meaning I hate white people more than anybody here.
Yeah.
I understand.
True.
Well, I think you hate people in general.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about mother.
Oh.
Hey, hit the dump button.
Yeah.
This is the Sicilian part.
what
Let's let it look. There's some restitutions. He's still upset about it.
He is a little bit.
Here's a fun one.
Should I know those two colored people?
No.
No.
Yachty and
Lil Yachty.
Lil, sorry.
Lil Yachty.
Lil.
who's Lil Yachty?
Lil Yachty, but a Lil yacht means it's inexpensive. There's nothing cool about a Lil yacht.
That's true.
Little dinghy.
It's just a speedboat.
And who's the black broad who I might bang?
Quenlin.
Quenlin.
And what do we know her from?
Oh, you're right.
I don't know. I think
Nick, that's the whole point.
yeah.
Okay, so two random black people with a camera in the kitchen. Who the f- are they?
The truth is we don't know.
Yeah, we don't
don't
know.
know.
Are you, seriously?
We'll get back to
We'll
you.
never know.
I thought it was the
I
Food
think her
Network.
parents misremembered the lead character from Jaws. And like, I'm gonna name you Lil Quenlin. You go hunt sharks. So here's a fun one. Yesterday at a hearing for House for House 4, it's an aquatic theme. Lil Yachty,
Yachty,
Quinn,
what the f-
you two made for each other. Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
Little jet ski. The Polish rapper.
Little kayak.
Little jet ski.
Yo, he dumb as hell. Little jet ski.
Oh man, that's
I see you're still
pretty
watching.
funny. Pretty funny. So, what do y'all think about this Little Yachty? You know, think he's going on the other side? So we don't know. Well, we'll see.